Hi, everyone. I just wanted to thank each of you for being willing to help us during our Make Waves Vacation Day Camp from July 18th to the 22nd. Before we get started on this quick training video, I really just want to say a huge thank you. And this year's theme is called Make Waves, and we are helping kids understand that they can make a difference in the world around them, in their world around them. And just like a stone goes into the water and it causes a ripple effect, what you are doing actually is you are making waves this summer and you are impacting kids in a very meaningful way, much more than you will probably ever know um, until another day comes. But the making waves only happens because people like you are willing to give your time and to serve. And whether it's prepping crafts or snacks, or it's directly with the kids, or it's an indirect way of helping, I just wanted you to know that what you do matters, and we can only do this because of your help. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you and to remind you that when you do serve like this, it makes God smile. And we are so grateful for every one of you. So let's get into our training here. And Make Waves is our theme. And it says, what you do today can change the world around you. So we really want to help kids discover that they really can influence the people around them, whether it's at school, in their families, when they're at the playground, whatever they do, they can influence the world around them. This is our memory verse for the elementary aged kids. It says, whoever believes in me, rivers of living water will flow from within them. And so we just want kids to know that having a relationship with Christ leads to this life giving relationship with him that will impact them forever. And so during this week, we're going to learn this verse. We're going to do some games to help them find a way, and we will break it down so that they can understand, what does it mean, rivers of living water flowing from within us. Here are the themes for the elementary kids for the week, just so you get an idea of the lessons that they are going to be hearing about that are so important. And even for us as leaders, these are great reminders for us that God made people with a purpose. You can trust Jesus with your life. Jesus invited people to follow him. We can love others the way Jesus loves us, and God can help you change the world around you. These are amazing lessons that if kids at even a young age can begin to grasp, it will truly help them throughout their lifetime. This is for the preschool age, so JK and SK age kids will be doing the same theme, making waves, but their bottom lines are a little different, specific for their age group. So Jesus wants to be my friend forever. Their verse will be a lot of fun for them to learn. It says, Lord, you are more powerful than the roar of the ocean. You are stronger than the waves of the sea. And then God made me, and God can help me change the world around me. Isn't that amazing for young kids to just know the main center theme, God loves me? When there's a God who's as powerful to control the roar of the ocean and is stronger than the waves of the sea, but he knows every one of us and he loves us, it's a pretty awesome truth that these kids will be learning this week. So why is Vacation Day Camp so important? Well, Jesus made kids a big deal. If you read through scripture, you will see that he was one to welcome kids in a society where kids were not really taken note of. He also said that we should become like kids. So Jesus made kids a big deal, so we should make kids a big deal. So much confusion in society nowadays, and we want kids to know who God says they are so that they can find their security in their relationship with him. Kids get to know God by spending time with people who know God. So that is you as volunteers, that is listening to the Bible stories on the videos, doing the songs together, worshiping God with the songs from the week. Those are all ways of getting to know God and spending time with people who know God. This is an opportunity to help kids hear the most important life lesson of their lives and to make a lifelong decision. And we are going to present that in a way of the ABCs of a relationship with Christ. And those ABCs are admit, believe, and choose. And we will explore those a little farther this week during Vacation Day Camp. So before camp, here are some important things. So before we move on to the before camp details, that's just a quick summary, just a reason, the why behind what we do. And when you know the why, when you are exhausted or when things are maybe a little bit challenging, this will remind you that what you are doing during this week is so important. And we have an opportunity to partner with Jesus to show his love to these kids. So before camp, all volunteers must complete the Plan to Protect video training and send in the signed form. There is a link in the email that this video is coming in with the video link for Plan to Protect training and with the actual form for you to sign and acknowledge that you watched the training and that you will adhere to it. We are doing our best to get t-shirts for everybody. There is a shortage, a supply shortage, but if you could come to the Fusion Room after the gathering on Sunday, July 17th to pick up your t-shirt, that way you can wear it all week and the kids will know who the leaders are. We will be sending plans and positions to all of you by July 11th. So if you could make an effort to read the plans for the week that you will be at least assisting in or giving leadership to, that just helps with the preparation. The more prepared we are, the better everything flows that week. So we're not panicking trying to figure out what has to be done. And then if you could join us starting today, praying every day for God to accomplish amazing things in this week. I'm going to commit to pray every day about Vacation Day Camp and for every one of you. And I would like to invite you to join me in praying every day as we lead up to camp. The daily routines for camp are like this. For the first day, we're going to arrive for our huddle meeting at 8:15. Every other day, it will be at 8:30, and we meet just outside Gay's office, just through the hallway past the Fusion Room outside Gay's office. On the first day, we're going to have registration stations set up for check-in, and we have claim cards this year. It's going to be a little bit different. I think it's going to work much more smoothly to do it this way. So parents will go to the registration stations, get their claim cards, and then they will take their kids to their classrooms. And so once we're done our huddle, you will go to your classroom where you're giving leadership, and you will set out some arrival activities for the kids to do. You'll direct the kids to put their backpacks by their names. They'll be up on the wall like they were last year and to find a seat. And then the person in the classroom will have an attendance list, and you will be given wristbands for the kids in your classroom with the kids' names written on them. And you will put them on the kids that day in a way that's not too tight but not too loose, because we want them to stay on all week. And if you could please stress to the kids that they are not to remove them for the whole week, that they are to leave them on until VDC is done. So that is the first day. On the first day, the JK and SK kids will head downstairs after their claim tickets are received by parents upstairs. And again, they'll follow their own routine of where to put their backpacks. They're actually going to have their own camp downstairs. Their large group, their games, their songs, everything will be down there. Once the kids are all registered and signed into their classrooms, the grades 1 to 5 will come to the auditorium for the large group. There will be specific sections for your grades. And then after the opening session for that day, we will follow the day's schedule. So that's day 1, which is pretty similar. It will be pretty much the same thing. The only difference this first day will be getting the claim tickets for parents as well as putting on wristbands for the kids that day. JKSK will head downstairs and then they will follow their day's schedule. And for each of the stations, instead of going to like a craft station or going to a science station, just like last year, those stations will come to you. And what we have mapped out are some different brain break activities, just so that it gives a little bit of variety to the kids as they're transitioning between stations but staying in the same room. So that will also be included in your duotang for the day. A lunch break, campers will eat lunch in their classrooms. The leaders, you will also be in there with them. And then after lunch is done, there will be a recess break and the yard will be divided by grades like we did last year for outdoor recess. And we will have different activities for them: jump ropes, bubbles, sidewalk chalk. We're going to see if the basketball hoop can come out. And then they'll go back to their rooms after recess for a quick check-in, and then come to the auditorium for our chill zone, and then follow the afternoon schedule. At the end of the day, they'll bring their backpacks with all the crafts from the day or activities in their backpacks so that nothing's left behind, to the closing session in the auditorium. And then at 4 p.m., we will actually have sections in the lobby by grade where we will take the kids to have them line up and make it a bit easier for parents to find their kids. We'll see how this works. Because we have them sitting in their grades in the auditorium, we may stay doing it that way, but we thought maybe having them out in the auditorium and ready to go might make it easier. So that is part of the plan for this year. One of the big parts of leading during Vacation Day Camp is to know how to handle different behaviors. And this is always a challenge at different times, just because all of us can get tired, including the kids. Even though they're having fun, there can be some personality conflicts between kids. So this is just to help you as a leader to please know that you can help guide behavior. We are not giving kids permission to do whatever they want during the week, to say whatever they want. They have to follow certain guidelines. But we just want to outline that the goal of discipline is to make a disciple. So it's actually to help them form some character. It's to teach and correct and not to punish. So we have to exercise with patience our response during behavior management. So for ages 3 to 6, so the JKs and SKs and grade 1 groups, using timeouts is the best option. This breaks the cycle of whatever negative is going on and separates the camper from the situation for a minute and gives them a fresh start. You can say something like, "Jimmy, I think we need a fresh start right now. What's happening right now is not right, or it's not acceptable. So we're just going to set a timer for you to take a break. And then once that's done, you can come back in to join us and to do the things the way we're supposed to do them. And we'll provide timers for you. And then you can set a timer for every year of the age that that camper is. And that's done with love and with patience. And we can show them the timer so that they can see when they're ready to rejoin everybody in the group activity. Again, the reminder that discipline is to make a disciple. It's to teach and correct, not punish. For the other aged kids, age 7 and up, so the grade 2 to grade 6, who are technically grade 5s, but they'll be grade 6 in the fall, taking away privileges. So the key is to remove the privilege that in some way corresponds to the negative behavior. So if two friends are together and they can't stop talking, then it's either a leader goes in and sits in between them, or a leader goes and brings one of them to come and sit somewhere else. If they're misbehaving during playtime, you remove the games and the activities from them, again for a specific amount of time. And you can let them know that they can return after that amount of time is done if they apologize and recognize what their behavior led to. So I hope that helps give some guidelines on how to guide and direct. The important thing when correcting kids is to talk to them before and after. So before, you make it clear what behavior led to that consequence, and after, you talk about what they could have done differently and come up with a plan with what they can do in the future. When they're helping form the plan, that helps them stick to the plan, and it helps us remind them by saying, "Jimmy, do you remember what our plan was, or what you said would be helpful?" And then that calls them back to that behavior. Let them know you believe in them and that they can do so much better. The thing with this is that it takes patience and purpose. Sometimes it's easy to just yell, but that is not helpful. So praying for patience, taking the time and explaining it. And the other thing is to do it privately away from the other kids. We don't want to shame kids. We want to do it in a way that helps grow them and grow their character. Always approach them with the same spirit of grace that God approaches all of us, which is huge. When we're reminded that God extends His grace to us over and over, we can approach kids in the same manner. This is going to be our outline for the day of our rotations. This will be included in your duotang, but you can see that we have 3 rotations in the morning, and then we'll have 2 rotations in the afternoon. Just a reminder that Wednesday is going to be our water day, so all of our activities get shortened and done quickly in the morning, and then we have lunch, and then everybody gets ready for outdoor water events. We're still working out how to split the groups if we need to. Last year we did half a group outside for a while, and then they came in to see some things, some animals from Reptilia. I'm not sure what we will do this year at this point, but we have a few weeks to plan it out and to figure it out. But just a reminder that Wednesday is water day, and then we're also hosting a barbecue for the families on Wednesday night that you are welcome to stay for as well. I think that's it for the training. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, pia@kingstreet.org. And one of the most important things from today is that you click on the link for the Plan to Protect training, and then that you sign the form that says you looked through the manual, which I will also attach in this video, and that you're going to adhere to the Plan to Protect training guidelines for the week of camp. And if you could please have that to us by Sunday, July the 10th, that would be very important for us so we can make sure all our volunteers are Plan to Protect trained. It will only take about 25 minutes for you to watch the video and to look through the manual and to sign it. And it is absolutely important for us to have that in order to run a safe camp for you as the volunteers, as well as a safe camp for the students as well. I wanted to end with this quote, and it's from Mother Teresa. So as I'm saying a huge thank you again, that you are making a huge impact on kids' lives. The reminder that not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. And throughout the week, there may not be these big, huge, great aha moments for the kids, but they will be these small, consistent, love-based moments. And actually, these small things become great things in these kids' lives. So thank you for serving. And I just want to encourage you that every time you choose to love these kids, you are making a huge difference to them. And I thank you for serving and for volunteering. You are a huge blessing to us.